welcome back to Threefold Talk, the awesome Aiel show with the token Wetlander, and that's me. Hello, ladies. This week I'm joined by Tigraine, One Shelly, and Melindhra. How is everybody doing this week?
Good.
Fantastic.
Good.
Excellent. I love that. Before we dive in, I think something went on this week. I don't know. There was a couple of things happening. We're going to do a bit of a shout out. It is a special day for One Shelly. It is her name day. So happy name day,
Tomorrow.
Shelly. Tomorrow. Close
Happy
enough.
name day.
Look,
I just started celebrating already.
it's the 15th for me. It's your birthday as far as I'm concerned. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So yeah. You're having a bit of a fun weekend, I take it.
72 hours not sober. This is the plan.
And you're doing lots of things. You were saying to us earlier, you were going places and
Yeah, I've made so many friends here in the wetlands that they're being very kind. I've got a brunch planned. I'm very much looking forward to this Wetlander ritual of eating a meal between meals. This should be very exciting. We're going to strap these wheeled contraptions to our feet and listen to a type of music called disco. Ooh. And apparently these wheels will push us around while listening to this disco. So
I think they call that
should be
roller skating. I think us Wetlanders call that roller skating.
Roller skating, yes. Sorry, it's not a normal word for me.
That's okay. I was helping you out there. It's fine. So
yeah. So it should be interesting, and we'll be doing lots of usquai while doing this roller skating. So I'm sure I'll see how the Wetlanders compare to the Aiel in this feat of agility.
Nice. I like that. Well, I mean, some of them might be able to keep up. Probably some of them won't be able to. I'm just going to throw that out there right now.
We'll see.
But yeah, speaking of usquai, what is everybody drinking this week? Because we've all got a little bit of usquai on the go. Mm-hmm. So do we want to do usquais now, or should we do usquais later?
I mean, we could always start off with it, and then that will make the rest of the show much more entertaining, right?
This would be fun.
Yeah, because I think we've been for the context of our viewers, we've been talking about doing an usquai tasting, because there's so many types of usquai in the world. So,
and we've all gone for a different type of usquai currently. So, let's go by how the screen is. And Tigraine, why don't you tell us about the usquai you are sampling for the audience this week?
I'm having a very Wetlander usquai called the White Claw. I believe it's from Tanchico, and they really love to drink it there. So I'm giving it a sample.
Were you suckered in by the word claw? Did you think this might be, a drink suitable for an Aiel maiden?
Yeah, it sounded really aggressive, which appealed to me. But then, much like Wetlander aggression, it is actually not that. There's no bite.
It's all bark.
Exactly.
I love that. Okay, One Shelly, how are you starting off your 72-hour just fun times? What usquai have you decided to stumble across?
I met this person from this place called Ireland. If you believe it, he told me it's an island in the middle of a body of water, which I don't believe, but
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go there. So we had a lot of this. It's called Writer's Tears, and this apparently is a special edition cooked in a copper pot. So I'm going to see if our blacksmiths can replicate this, because it's quite good. He was telling me stories about, this group of people who keep trying to come to his land and tell him what to do, called the English. I think these English people have toe. I'm not sure I'd want to meet any of these English people, but their whiskey in Ireland is very good, or usquai, I should say. They call it whiskey. So I'm enjoying it.
They like to rename things here in the wetlands. So yeah, but you're enjoying it, and that's the important thing. How familiar are the blacksmiths with copper pots and things of that nature?
They're not super, because I don't think we make our usquai the way with the stills and all that sort of thing. I think it's a very different process of fermentation in clay pots and stuff. But I'm enjoying the metallic taste that this is giving this usquai. So, and it's got a lot of nice cherries in it, which is another Wetlander thing I've learned to love.
We love to throw the fruit in shit, it just, add a bit of sweetness to it. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Melindhra, what are you drinking this week?
Okay, I
We had a week without stabbing. I had to. Well, okay, Bain&Chiad did a little bit of stabbing, but the majority of the stabbing was missing, so I had to.
They were very good stabby stab stand-ins. Those are some true near sisters over there, Bain&Chiad. Okay, so what I have is this drink called Backwoods Moonshine Habanero. It's from the foothills of the spine of the world, a place called the Ozarks. And I think it's brewed by people who don't like the rules. Because it said something. I don't know, but we're gonna try this out. And it's really strongly smelling of peppers, maybe even some ice pepper.
I was thinking, has it got some ice pepper sort of kick to it? So
yeah, I mean it's really strong. So we're gonna try it.
Okay, we don't even know what it's like.
It went out my nose.
Oh dear. Oh.
Okay. Okay, one moment.
Oh, please don't stab it.
Apology.
If
Okay, I need another sip. I need more.
Bravo.
If that's
Second sip is what tells you if it tastes good.
Okay, so as a person who comes from a land where the venom of snakes and gara are particularly pungent, I would say that the habanero in the drink isn't like overpowering by any way, and it's not super spicy. I mean, but I have obviously a tongue that's accustomed to much spice. It has quite the kick and is in no way smooth. I will say that, but I'm just gonna keep drinking it.
Okay,
because
wonderful.
That's
I love
what
that.
I got.
Is it almost as strong as Aiel Usquai?
Well, I feel like there are much more complex overtones in Aiel Usquai. You get the hints of oars, and you get the sense of the sand and breeze wafting through your hair. And this just doesn't have the same, flavors of home, to be honest.
That's sad.
That is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Wise One, we have Amis the Wise One in chat, and Amis is not just only laughing in Wise One, apparently, but is enjoying seeing someone drink unfermented Usquai. So, yeah. I think
It's fantastic.
Well, I thought I would start off with a Wetlander drink to share with you all, because you may not be familiar with what grapes are. Do you know what grapes are, ladies? No, this is a Wetlander thing. They require a lot of water. They're like a warm climate, but not a dry climate. So yeah, I figured you wouldn't know what they are. But you take grapes and you can ferment them, and you can make them into what's called wine. But this is if you ferment it even more and distill it a bit. And this is called port, and it's like just a very much fortified wine. And it's my favorite thing in the world. So yeah, it's a very dark liquid. It looks like wine. And Melindhra, I hope you like the dice there, by the way.
Very nice.
And yeah, this is my drink of choice. And I want to say happy name day to you, Shelly, once again. So
Happy name day, Shelly.
Happy name day, Shelly.
woo!
I slept well and I woke.
Yeah, you definitely sleep well after some of these things, I think. So awesome. So did anything happen this week? Do I need to do a daily veil? I wasn't sure if anything happened. What do you reckon?
I mean, you did like a puzzle all day. How boring
I
is
know,
that?
right? Yeah, I just sat around and did a puzzle yesterday. Like, nothing really.
There was a weird Wetlander puzzle.
There was.
They have a lot of free time.
It's just a picture.
Well, see, we don't have to raid for goats and things because we're just lazy Wetlanders. So yeah, we have time to do puzzles. In fact, multiple people just sat and watched me do the puzzle. That's kind of just what Wetlanders are like. So But yeah, let's have a review of the week. I feel like maybe something happened. We could probably put something in here.
We can probably find something.
All right.
I'm sure we can find something to talk about.
Yeah.
Lan.
Oh yeah. Spear brothers and sisters, it is time to cover up your face, for the wheel of time has news, and we shall dance the spears from it. This is the Daily Vein.
I hate it and love it at the same time. But I love the cute bottle. It's so cute.
It's a wonderful bottle, so...
I'm impressed you didn't go straight from the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'm a cultured Aiel. I'm straight out
Aiel
of
will
the
have
cup.
class.
we're still discussing the Usquai tastings, folks.
Very classy.
They're great. We're you can send us your suggestions for
Here.
Usquai tastings to us on Twitter at Threefold Talk, and we will take them into consideration. We may not try them all, but you know, now and again we'll be like, yeah, you know, we'll check it out. So you know, hit us up, and you can tweet us at Threefold Talk. Follow us on there anyway, because there's been some great stuff this month so far, and you get to see all the links and the things we're up to. So yeah, everyone, sorry about that. I pushed play and then realized I hadn't set up the Daily Veil video to actually play, and I sat there for about 5 seconds thinking, what's it going on? And then realized, oh wait, hit that little on button and then it might play. So yeah, sorry about that, folks. There's your technical hitch for today.
Get it out of
Just
the way.
one.
Just one. Just one.
Would it be without a technical hitch?
Indeed. It would not be at all. So where are we starting this week, ladies? What are we going to go with?
Let's let Shelly pick.
Yeah, Shelly.
Oh, yes.
We all know where I'm gonna.
Right,
we all
so
know
I'm
where
just loading up. I'm loading up the land picture right now, ladies and gents. Here is the king of drama, as I heard him dubbed in one of the Discord servers, Lan Mandragoran, not Lorne Mandragoran. Oh damn it! Here we go. Playing the spear brothers and
Our
sisters.
spears are up again.
There we go.
Yes.
More spears. More spears.
More spears. There we go. That's
This man knows how to make an entrance.
He does.
You know, Lord of the Rings was around my coming of age, and Aragorn walking through the door sopping wet. This is just, you know, the culmination. I've been building to this my whole life. I thought Aragorn walking through the door, you know, he peaked. I did not know that this would peak it.
You did not expect this to be piquing your thirsty male character in a fantasy series feelings.
I you know, I didn't know Aragorn was just whetting my appetite for the main course of Lan Mandragoran sopping wet, walking through a door.
Brother Buddha says squelching wet. So
I mean, that kind of kills it, but
this was a great picture though, wasn't it? Like when he walked in, I want to just slide away slightly from visual, looking at Daniel Henney, and just mention the fact that there's no
Why?
hiding. Sorry, I feel like I'm being told off now.
don't understand why you want to do this.
Only slightly, only slightly. I just love the fact that there's no hiding. Like, oh, you may call her Mistress Alice, you may call him Master Andra, or anything like that. It's just like, yeah, I'm Lan. This is Moraine. What up? Yeah. What do we think of that? I'll put Lan back on screen.
Thank you.
But what do we think about that?
I'm gonna hire Daniel Henney to enter every room before me for the rest of my life. This is my plan.
You deserve to have someone announce you in every room you walk in, West One,
Right?
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
You should have a friend do that all weekend, 72-hour birthday weekend, announcing you every day.
Yeah.
Every
Can I
day.
get them to wear a Hidori and a sword? Is the question.
I think you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob,
If they
I don't have a sword. I actually don't have a Hidori either, which is really poor considering my channel's name. But, you know.
Shocked.
I want to ask, did you see the meme that Malkier's King, speaking of Malkiri, Malkier's King made of this? I'll have to go hunt it down.
I don't think so.
Okay, right. Well, I let me go hunting because this was hilarious. He made it for me, which I adored. I was like, thank you so much, because this is
in the meantime, while you're hunting, can we talk about the bling?
the bling. Absolutely. Let me put up the bling, and you can then. Here's the bling. I assume you mean the ring.
Yes.
Just wanted to check before I put that up. You're like, Rob, that's the wrong picture.
Yeah, this is much larger than I imagined.
I appreciate that because they're making it so obvious. Like you can see it from like 5 miles away, and everyone's like, "A nice guy is in the house, dudes." I mean, but have you guys noticed like that ring like will not stay on her finger? It's got to be so heavy. It just like keeps like slipping down. And every picture I've seen it's like halfway down to her knuckle because it just is just like the girth of the ring, right?
Well, and I wanted a replica, but that's totally impractical. There's no way.
Right. It almost looks impractical for her. Like she can't hold her hands naturally because she's got this like giant claw thing sticking out, impeding her ability. Like what if she were left-handed?
Or had to put on gloves.
Yeah, that's a good point. How'd you wear gloves with that thing? Like that's
or
pretty
had
heavy.
to stab someone. I do think it's good though, because I don't really notice people's rings very often. So I feel like all the reactions in the books when they notice the ring and they're like, "Oh my God, nice that I," is a little, I always pictured especially like Egwene, or not Egwene, but Elaine and Nynaeve having to be like, "Look at me." I'm here.
But you don't even have to be like subtle about it or anything. It's just like it like blinds people if they look at you. It's like it's gonna come out and like stab people in the eye.
It's a beacon.
That's very true. So
maybe it's a spear ring.
It does look like it could stop a weapon.
It's pretty hefty. So I have.
It's like the tiniest buckler, really small.
Does it rattle?
Well, she bangs her earring against it.
Okay.
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding. Yep. Okay, that works. So I have the tweet from Malkier's King, and I say he made this for me, and it's at last port. I need to go. This is what happened when you close Twitter. Don't close Twitter, Rob. There's too much you need to look for. I feel like the innkeeper when I'm searching Twitter. But at last check, this tweet had. I mean, it went wild. Matt actually contacted me and was like, I really didn't expect it to do this. And I was like, why not? Like, it's an epic, it's a Tam Joke, folks. So gird your loins for that, because, there's, it's going to be one of two reactions. You're going to think it's amazing, or you're just going to groan and be like, oh gosh, why? But I think I've scrolled past it.
Have loins?
It has 457 likes. 48 retweets, so it's pretty heavily adored, and here it is, folks, for your enjoyment. It starts off with, for those who can't actually see it, it starts off, you've got Nynaeve at the top, stood in the Winespring Inn, staring angrily at, or demandingly at Lan, and it's, "Name yourself, stranger," and then the middle picture is Lan Mandragoran with his hood up, and he says, "Okay, I am stranger." And then you have Moraine in the bottom picture, just looking kind of disappointed, I suppose. And it just it ends with she's just saying like, "Oh, fuck's sake, Lan, not again." And I adore this. I think it's brilliant.
I really appreciate that we're establishing from the outset that Lan is going to listen to Nynaeve in all situations, no matter what.
Oh yeah.
And just reestablishing that Lan is daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy, whichever term you prefer. Right down to the jokes.
It's already a week.
I made some Lan jokes myself earlier this week. I don't think anybody.
Oh.
Yeah, some Tam jokes, Lan jokes.
All right, I'm
Are you ready? Are you going to share them?
Are you going to try and find them for us, Rob?
Yeah, of course. I am. If I could type your name correctly in Twitter, that would help.
Should we talk about another one of the stills while you're searching Twitter?
Yes, absolutely. Which one would you like next?
I believe we're all interested in. What'd you say, Tigraine?
Honey cakes.
Oh yes, we're hungry.
Honey cakes. Okay. Folks, I did do some baking today, and that did involve doing honey cakes, because honey cakes is part of my viewing party menu, but it's honey cakes with a twist. That will be out this Saturday, by the way. I'm doing a Soul Food Saturday. I'm trying to get them semi-weekly. I'm going for fortnightly at the moment. I might get them weekly eventually. But yeah, I've made a twist on the honey cakes recipe this week because there's a theme for my menu. And yeah, we discovered, I can't remember who on Twitter picked this up first, but someone on Twitter picked up that we see honey cakes in the Wine Spring Inn scene. And this is a Gawain right here with a flagon of mead or ale or cider or anything like that, and a basket of what we assume is honey cakes, which I'm excited about.
They're really big.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like-
what do those look like, guys? What, like, is it? It almost looks like it's not like a soft cake. It looks like kind of
Like a scone, maybe?
Yeah. Material.
Yeah.
They look like
Yeah.
biscuits.
I know some people think that might be kind of like sweet cornbread,
Ooh.
which
That
I
would be
would
really
be
good.
into.
Mm-hmm.
That's possible. It does look bread-like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
One sec,
They
I'm
look
gonna
a little
try and
like
zoom on this.
pancakes. It's a little like pancakes to me.
Mhm. I can see that.
I don't know. They're kind of thicker,
Mhm.
girthier, to use the word of the day.
Mm.
Where's Cherry
Is
when
that
you
the
need
word
it?
of the day,
I don't know. I've said it twice already. Maybe I need more moonshine.
All right, this is we're getting a super zoom in now, folks. So it gets a bit blurry because obviously it's it's the nature of when you zoom in on really close on a small part of the picture. But here is the zoom in going to appear. I don't know. I'm almost getting some kind of crumpet vibe or something.
Ooh, or like bannock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like bannock bread.
Okay, Aiel don't know what crumpet are.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
I mean, we've heard the word, but it's like
Right.
Crumpet. It's like it's an edible trumpet. I'll just leave it there.
What's a trumpet? You're not helping.
I know I'm not.
Weird Wetlander stuff.
Yeah.
Weird
I don't know
Wetlanders.
about that. There's absolutely no way I would know about that.
There we
So.
go. All right, let me pull us back up for a second, and I will resize that one so you can actually see the whole picture again. But I'm excited to see honey cakes. I have to say, I want to see them in the show. My goal when the show comes out is to make food that I see in the show and think, oh, what is that? What is that possibly? Take a guess and then make it.
And then send it to Canada.
And, well, if I can, I'll send it to Canada. Absolutely. So, yeah, I think that
I
could be
didn't know
fun.
if they release the recipe or give us some sort of answers. Because Sarah probably dug up every reference to honey cakes and like they art directed and figured this out. It's probably pretty legit.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let me bring up. I've got the tweet that you shared, Mel, the picture. So let me just add that in there. This is a great one. I love this. Did you make this or did you just find it?
I did make it.
Nice. I very much approve. So 1 second. My computer is working properly today, which is really helpful. When I was doing the puzzles yesterday, it was not working and it was not helpful at all. I was like, oh dear. So, all right. Let's transition it over. So here we go, folks. The Lord of the Seven Towers. It's not Lorne, it's Lan.
I didn't fucking get this. Someone reposted it in my thing, and I was like, I don't get this.
I made it for you, Shelly.
You didn't get it?
No, I'm not a computer person.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. So, yeah, you connect all the computers with a LAN cable.
I
Yeah,
have Guy Shan to type things for me.
fair.
That looks like a Turan Griolet from Royding.
Yeah, like instead of like multiple glass columns, it's, just multiple glass screens.
Just sitting on like a pedestal near that whole thing.
I love that this has digressed into just now a discussion about jokes. I'm very excited about this. I really appreciate this.
Well, the thing about Land though is he can't really be a Land.
Oh yeah, no,
He's
one
just
second.
One man, alone.
You mean? Here we go. No, that's not what I want to do, because I'm going to hide myself in the process a little bit, but here we go. This is actually your Twitter page with the jokes. So there it is, folks. Why couldn't the king of Malkier play with his friends? Because they forgot their Ethernet cables.
I thought it was because they were all dead from Trollocs.
Oh, okay. And then
Very literal wise one tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And then LAN can't really be a LAN if there's only one of him, because a LAN cable needs friends. So yeah, that's great. I love that. That's that was I really enjoyed that. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I thought my Trolloc one was better.
Your Trolloc one? What was your Trolloc one, Shelly? I'll go hunting for it.
You're very
I just
funny.
said it. I just said
Oh,
it.
right. Okay. Right.
We all laughed on the inside.
Thank you.
All right. Which one do you want to discuss for next? What are we going for, folks?
Can we pull up 9/8?
Yes, absolutely. So this is Nynaeve. This is after Moraine has walked past her, and she's just sort of looking over her shoulder. She's clutching that dagger, and she's like, I got you. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Can I just say, it's a real shame that she never made it over into the Threefold Land, because I'm pretty sure we would have kept that woman from being a wise one and just recruited her straight into the Fardari's mind. Her knife skills over there are hardcore. Her stabby stab is off the chart. She wants to take Moraine down, and I fully support her.
I also like the knife. I think that's really nice. And I love Nynaeve, and I just love her whole attitude here. She's protecting her home. She's like, a roof mistress in this scene.
Oh, she's definitely a wise one.
Mm-hmm.
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 All of the above.
All of the above.
So,
He's
folks,
got much G.
yeah, I'm just going to hop in quickly. There is some buffering going on. I'm not exactly sure what's happening. So I do apologize if it's not working for you. I'm not sure what's going on. I am trying to fix things in the background, so bear with me, folks.
Can we keep talking?
Yeah. Can you hear us okay? Is it just the buffering the video, or yeah, maybe it's completely buffering. I'm not 100% sure.
I feel like they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It started when you brought up the land.
Telling you, it was your jokes. They heard you. They heard you making fun of the internet.
They're so
no.
bad. The internet was kick them off.
Yeah.
Get these people off air.
Canceled.
Yeah, if
The hook.
do you know, you say that actually, let me put us back up on screen. You say that, and genuinely the only time I've had a live stream crash, other than this buffering moment right now, is when I did my last Tam Joke competition, and we were about halfway through, and yeah, it started to crash out, and we had to finish just chatting in Discord instead. So it was maybe Tam Jokes are not suitable for YouTube. Maybe it doesn't like them. I don't know.
The
Sounds
internet
like
doesn't like puns.
People are saying they can hear us and that they see Zoe, so it
Okay.
seems like we're good.
So the sound is fine. That's great. I'm glad to hear it. It's just the pictures. Okay.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to be on the screen. I'm tracking what's happening.
Yeah.
You're on screen now. I see you.
Yes. All right. Oh, maybe it's just picking up a little bit now. All right.
Okay.
So I'm just going to try and boost my internet a bit there for a second.
It looks like
Boost it.
they're saying this. They're saying they see us. Thanks
Okay.
for hanging on, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, folks. Thanks. Yeah, video's fine now. All good. Lovely. It's coming back. Wonderful. Okay. More talk about Nynaeve since they seem to have missed it. Do we want to add anything here? Just the whole Nynaeve in the beginning bit. So I loved that Nynaeve was the one that was stood up and she's like, right, I'm going to question who this person is. Like, how do we feel when she was the person that went up to Lan and was like, name yourself?
I mean, it felt absolutely right. Also, It was like our first time that we actually get to see her being her, you know, and speaking, and it was just so good to like, especially after that interview that she gave where you could tell that she just understood her character so well. It was so good to see that validation that she was embodying Nynaeve the way that we all hope that she will be.
Yeah, I agree. Anything to add, Tigraine, Shaiel?
I think the whole clip is just setting up a lot of stuff in a very short time. I mean, if you think about it, we only have 8 episodes, so things have to be conveyed fast in some cases. And I think the part with Nynaeve, especially, just instantly you got like the seeds of the enmity with Moraine, the look at Lan, like it just set everything up so well. So that was really exciting to see them compact so much information in such a short time.
Yeah. I agree. I like it a lot. So speaking of compacting things, I loved, although obviously Barney is moved on for season 2, I love that we get, and hopefully the buffering has sorted itself out now so folks can see this, but the whole piece with Barney, I loved. Firstly, let's start with, who is Barney talking to? Do we have any idea who Barney is talking to here? For starters, that looks like a double braid on the go as well.
For some reason, I saw some people saying that was Dina, but I don't think that's not Dina.
That is not Dina.
No.
I think people just mixed up.
Emmons Fielder number 3.
Okay.
I bet she has a name. I bet they all have names.
I feel like we might have seen a casting for her though, didn't we?
I'm not sure.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. So.
Let me double check. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was great that Matt was standing around talking to a woman.
Sort of fits in for his character, doesn't it?
Well,
I didn't.
I mean, obviously, he should be standing around talking to a maiden, specifically our friend Melindhra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Did this make you angry, Melindhra?
Before you met,
made me feel like stabbing something. Honestly, what's he doing?
they're saying Danya in the chat.
Danya. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew it was something. I knew.
Oh. A stand-in for Tuon.
Ooh, okay.
Either way, I mean, we know Matt's going to be talking to a lady whenever he's in a bar. I'm more surprised he doesn't have a drink or dice in his hand.
Yeah. That's true. She's listed as women's circle. Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think she
Two
was
braids, one braid.
we weren't 100% certain about.
All right. And now I'm going to ask, who noticed the eye flicks? That he, like everyone else is just kind of staring at Moraine, but when it goes to Barney, it's just like a, you know, that he just sort of looks her up and down without moving his head. Did anyone notice that on the first go through?
He checks her out.
Yeah.
He checks out that Aes Sedai.
This is true. This is true, folks. Let me bring that back up and make sure I get
The
the right
wise one
picture.
in the chat is trying to tell me I don't own that man.
All right.
And I feel like the wise one needs to step.
Ooh.
until you lay a bridal wreath, you have no ownership of him, dear. Okay.
I don't know. I don't think you want to piss off Amis. She knows what to do with stubborn maidens.
I've heard this.
I would like to point out that Amis is the one who was trying to like shove Avienda all over Rand. So how about
Spoilers, everybody.
how about
Real roof mistresses of the Aiel, airing now.
Real
Okay. All right, folks. So try and pay attention to Barney's eyes. Hopefully I've changed the transition so it cuts, but he's sort of, there's like a little flick And no, it's just going to do a fade, isn't it? Ugh, this is annoying. Right. Let me...
That's okay. I mean, we're all women here. We know what it's like when a guy does that.
Does the eye thing?
Yeah.
1 second. I'm going to work my magic and we're going to get this.
Our spears are up here, gentlemen.
It's true.
This is true. This is true. So, all right. Let me do some fancy trimming. Where is it? That's the button. I'm so happy my computer is working slightly better today because it was yesterday with the puzzle stuff. It was very slow and it was horrible, like having guests and stuff and not being able to do anything. So, like to add them in and out properly. And today I can do it at much faster speed, which is much more helpful. Okay.
But that's okay. We have one more very important picture to get to after this.
We do, I'm sure. Absolutely.
We can't see Matt being slightly creepy.
Okay. So here is... come on, transition, computer. I just said you were doing well. Do well. Continue to do well. There we go. So we have that. Now look at his eyes as I hit the transition. You see that? I mean, it's not quite the same clip, but the eyes are looking down, folks. And he does... You'll have to go back and watch this. You know. You can see... And the eyes go up. So, it's a great moment. I just really enjoyed that. I felt that said a lot about Matt.
Can I request that picture down at the bottom of the screen for the rest of the episode, like Shelly got last week?
Oh, okay. Right, yeah, why not? 1 second, I can work on that. You see, folks, thanks. So earlier I was on the Dusty Wheel talking about the Trolloc, the Shadow Spawn sort of thing we got earlier today, and I'm just going to put Mel's Love here. I'm going to title it because I have to give it a title in the in my little chat here. So literally Mel and a heart, and then add that picture in. 1 second.
Boo.
It's your boo. It's gonna wait. Come on, where is it? There it is. Add source.
Mandarb says there are cuts in the clip and there's more they are not showing us yet. I think that might be true. Do you guys think there's cuts in the clip?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I heard that too, but I actually thought that clip was a little slow. Like, I mean, how many times do you need to pan the room to like focus on 5 different characters all at once? Because they did it multiple times in that section, and I was like, okay, we get it. But I mean,
that almost makes me wonder if there's more to the conversation or confrontation that they, you know, cut out, because if you keep cutting back to like the people in the room or who are the audience, sorry, I don't know.
Yeah,
got to be more to it though.
Yeah, I think so.
I also saw at the very end when Maureen like walks away with Marin Alver, that her arms were like off to the side randomly, which they weren't in the snip right beforehand. So it looked really awkward, but maybe that was a cut that we just didn't get the full picture.
It's very possible. I know someone talked about how quickly Perrin seemed to get from a table to the window with Rand.
Yeah.
Although
he went through Tel'aran'rhiod and just like
when I watched it earlier, I did because I was downloading it, and I watched it back, and there's about 2 seconds between seeing Perrin at the table and then seeing him arrive next to Rand. Maybe it's slightly longer, maybe like 3 seconds. It's a very short period of time. And the table isn't that far from where Rand is standing, from where Perrin is sitting. So I think if when the camera switched scenes and we didn't see Perrin anymore, I think there was maybe just enough time for him to get up like that instant and walk across and then walk into frame with Rand, but it would be super tight, you know. So it's I still think there's a cut there, but I think there's an outside chance that it's not cut. Just that seemed the most obvious one, and I just wanted to say that what I was thinking about that. So, but yeah, what does everyone else think?
Trollocs.
Okay, who do we want first? Do we want Dan? Should we just start with Dan? We'll just do Dan.
yes.
Here we go.
Damn the Sarlacc.
Oh man.
So Dan looks pretty cool in this. I mean, this is, the whole bit with Dan was pretty epic, I've got to say.
I mean, he just looks gorgeous. Just terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
A bipedal lamprey.
Yep. I agree.
I think this is all we have to say. The merge all look really good.
Yeah. I got nothing on this. I saw it in the teaser.
Let's say, okay, so what do we think about Battle Weary, Land, and Moraine? Because they look like they've been through some shit in this picture, don't they?
Yeah.
They do, but they also look quite worried, which is not an expression that I would expect on their face. Like, I would expect focus and like intensity, like, ready to take on anything, but they look like a little bit scared.
Okay.
I would say.
A little apprehensive. Well, I mean, when you're being chased by Trollocs, that's kind of, understandable. And, Dan's he's a scary mofo, so,
Nah.
All right. Now, we were discussing earlier in the Dusty Wheel, we think the beginning of that is they're on the Taran ferry. And, the Trollocs have all rushed up to the banks. They're on the ferry halfway across or something. And then the merge will just sort of, Dan comes up on his horse and all the Trollocs part. And he just sort of comes up to the edge. And then there's like a little face-off moment.
Oh, I was wondering why the horse was stepping on like wood planks. Because I was like, where would there be wood planks in the two rivers? But people think that's the ferry. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's the Trolloc, if that's Dan's horse's hooves. But I definitely think that they're all standing at the ferry edge, and the others are Lan and Moraine are making their way across. What do you think, Tigraine?
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think it's hard to tell, but that would be really cool. I think we're gonna see more, encounters and battling and like close calls. I would have a feeling throughout the show, so that makes sense to me.
Cool. Anything to add, Shelly?
Nope.
I have one comment to add. We've seen a trailer and the Wensspring Inn, and we've now seen the baddies, and in each one there's like a very distinct foot shot. I think there's some sort of foot fetish, and I don't think Matt at the Dusty Wheel is alone in his foot fetish, because there's always some sort of like boot shot, and this one we got a hoof shot. There's just like this foot thing that's happening, which is pretty funny.
A foot fetish.
Feet are a theme for sure.
Nice.
Guest director Quentin Tarantino.
Well, speaking of having Tarantino as your guest director, we did pick up this moment in the Shadowspawn reveal earlier today, and this is someone getting beheaded. Like, this is something. Like, I was kind of blown away when I
Good
noticed
form.
this. Yeah. And it's a pretty gnarly sword. Like, I'm going to go find the actual sword 1 second while I find that picture, because at the beginning you see the sword swinging across, and it's a heavy duty sword. But are we glad to see this kind of, I use the word gore hesitantly, but are we glad to see this kind of action, shall we say, in the trailer? What do we think? Tigraine, what do you reckon?
Yes, I'm super glad with everything here. I think a lot of people had concerns about the show being maybe too PG-13, erring on the side of that. Everybody, from as far back as I can remember, wanted to see some horror elements and some gore. So I think they definitely answered us on that. So I think everyone is probably pretty happy right now who wanted that.
Yeah.
Myself included.
I was definitely included on that one. So, Shelley, what do you think about it all?
I may be the outlier, but I hope it's scary without too much gore, because I'm not good with blood and guts and violence. So I'm hoping for a little bit of, I think Daniel Green has a video where he talks about how Robert Jordan points your eyes. So you know that there's violence happening, but he doesn't point your eyes at parts of it. He points your eyes at other parts of it. I'm hoping that the videos, show the realities of the world you're living in without making you have to Without Game of Thronesing it, let's just say.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that's a good one. So,
That's a good point.
yeah, very good point. All right, let's carry on with the Trolloc talk. And we had a couple of fun-looking Trollocs. So this first one seems to be... Now, I think this is coming through somewhere in the Wine Spring, personally, this Trolloc. But I'm interested where you think this might be. So this is one of the stills. Thank you again to Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern, who is in chat right now. Hey, Lauren. Currently working on his deep dive onto all this Shadow Spawn and stuff, and other bits and pieces. Lauren, I know your videos aren't out as fast as, quote, some other people's, but your videos are amazing. They are absolutely worth the wait, and anyone who refuses to wait for them is foolish and has a huge amount of toe. So just know that.
Ramen rattle to Lauren.
Yes, definitely. Ramen rattle to Lauren. There we go. But yeah, so this is Lauren got all the pictures and I downloaded them. Thank you very much. And I've lightened this up as much as I can just to give definition to the background and all that those beams and the roof there and the giant open doorway on the right hand side. Like, where do we think this is? I'm going to ask you first, Mel.
I think it's one of those Wetlander places where they like put horses for the night. Because it's got that big open doorway.
Mm-hmm.
And this Trolloc, I think in the snip right before it, the door is fully closed and he like busts through a door.
Yes.
So I think he's coming out of a stable.
Stable is the word you're looking for, yes. Nicely done. I'm impressed.
Wow.
Thank you. I learned so much.
Learning all these fancy Wetlander words. So, but yes, the door is closed when it starts off. In fact, I've got that picture here. So let me just show you. So this is the door before that Trolloc busts through. Now, admittedly, the door looks like it's half busted now anyway. But, you know, the Trolloc then busts through and we see that brace in the center snap open. And yeah, this arrives. I do think that's probably the stable area. Tigraine? Yes, no, somewhere else maybe?
Yeah, I think it could be potentially the Althor farm.
Okay.
That could be our BFF Narg, because I'm sure they have a stable or barn for their goats and Bella. So
there was talk. I'm going to go hunting for it now. Someone said that I don't know if it was what series or if it was Dragon Mounts, but they suspected that this character here, I'm going to put up my screen just about now, they suspected that this is Narg instead.
Oh, that's a different one.
That is a different
There's so many. Can we talk about, there's so many different faces.
Mm-hmm.
They're so pretty. Aganor did such a good job.
They're not quite so buff this week, I have to say. But maybe that's because we're not getting the clear ab shots, are we? So,
I mean, it's post-COVID. No one's as buff as they were.
I just had a thought also that big open space that I didn't Perrin say that his like seeing his forge was like a big moment for him when they were doing the Q&A, and that big open doorway could also mean it could be the forge because you would need a lot of airflow for a forge to go through.
I mean, that's
another potential.
It's possible. But what would you break the sort of the reveal has that door breaking in and then a Trolloc in like in a room. I believe in chat you decided that we were joking around that it was Lan having air conditioning in our pre-chat. But let me go hunting for that picture.
Tam
having those
oh yes,
those grapes are getting to me
because he's a properly set up man.
Yes. Tam is well positioned in his farm.
I'm now struggling to find a picture. It's driving me crazy. Where is it?
No, it's in Discord.
No. I just here we go. I found the picture. So this sort of scene follows very quickly. and yeah, we discussed, is this potentially some air conditioning unit on the top there? But I'm seeing a window now that I've actually just put this up on screen. So let me do my jiggery pokery.
Oh my gosh, that's just...
No, it's not a window because you can see the bottom of it.
No, but
it's
I'm
very dark. The one
I'm
you have.
seeing a window above it.
There is one above it, yeah. Which is why I was like, this can't be a window because there's a window right above it.
Yeah.
So I'm yeah.
Oh, it's not a window. It's a logo.
It's
Pretty sure Tam Thor has a window unit, and this post-apocalyptic world implies that they have not only electricity but freon, which is pretty impressive, I would say.
Yeah, that is impressive. Okay.
That AC survived the breaking, you guys.
It does look like a vent.
So yeah, I mean, I suppose that maybe this could be the forge. It's very possible. We'll have to, we'll just have to watch and find out. So we did have another Trolloc that there was some discussion on this Trolloc. So again, I've taken this still and lightened it as much as possible. I love chat, hanging flower basket. Yeah, nice. But yeah, this Trolloc is, yeah, unusual. I can't really sharpen this much more. I tried. I'm sure Lauren, with all his awesome software and amazing skills, could do something far better than I could. But I'm just going to, let me crop it down and then enlarge it. It's not going to look amazing, but we'll get closer to it. This was, was it Bain&Chiad in chat said, I think I saw a rat Trolloc, and this was the Trolloc we were thinking of, but it's just the way the horns flick around the side of the head and such.
I'm still calling it the evil bunny Trolloc.
The evil bunny Trolloc. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Is this got 3 horns? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think it's got 4.
4. Okay.
I think in the foreground, you can see kind of like a lighter white stripe extending towards us. And that's the other horn that balances the horn that we can actually see. That's my theory, at least. Like it's like this.
I love you doing that, and then no one can see you. So let me just bring you back up. You know that no one can see you because now, folks, thanks to the Dusty Reel, I've figured out how to send live images back to my guests so they know what I'm showing on screen. They know when they're on screen and when they're off screen. And Mel decided to do that acting whilst off screen. There we go.
There is my illustration of horns.
That's beautiful. That's stunning. I love that.
Yes, I studied at the Stanislavski School of Acting.
Beautiful.
It's in Ruidian. It's great.
Amazing. I love it. Okay.
I learned method acting. Me and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay. Amanda Adams, snap in chat says, could that potentially be a helmet? I mean, it could be. Yeah. Let me bring that back up. That's potentially a helmet.
Or it's a rabbit.
Or it's a rabbit.
What if it's a helmet made out of human bones?
I mean, that's very possible. I have to say, I think the Trolloc next to this fella, this evil bunny Trolloc. 1 second, let me manipulate the picture. I have to say, I think this scary thing is definitely wearing a helmet. Other than that, this Trolloc has what, like 7, 8, 9 horns, something like that on the go. What do we think?
That's the spiny toad Trolloc.
That's the spiny toad Trolloc. Where's the Gara Trolloc? That's what I know. That's what I want to know about. Where's the Gara
That's
Trolloc?
what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, Agenor probably tried a lot of animals to make Trollocs.
Yeah.
This could be the bearded lizard Trolloc.
I did see a beak mouthed Trolloc. Is that the right word? The words are broken in my head.
A beak mouth Trolloc.
In one of the scenes, it's like way over the side and kind of fuzzy, but it's distinctly a beak, which I thought was really cool because that we saw those in the books, and I know that people were concerned there wouldn't be enough variety, but there's definitely beaks out there too.
There is indeed. All right, I'm going to pull this to put a little bow in this. Anything you want to just raise very, very quickly before we move on to our next part of the show, ladies?
I think we've beat this to death.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've flogged the Trollocs.
We've flogged the Trollocs. Okay, nice. So, folks, I'm going to open up to the... We'll leave Barney on screen, by the way. In fact, I'm going to try...
Yay!
I'm going to try and we're going to like get like uber thirsty, and I'm going to try and throw Lan on screen as well. Because why not?
And it's Shelly's name day.
Exactly. Shelly's name date. We need
But
to
I
have a
mean,
bit
everybody
around.
benefits from Lan being on screen.
So, which one is that?
It's really charity.
Which Lan do you want? I've still got the Lan, like the sword over his shoulder from last week. I've got Lan from the Shadow Spawn one today.
I'll take Dorlan.
Door Lan? As in, like, hood up Door Lan? Or hood down?
Sure. Hood up.
Hood up.
Doorman Lan.
Okay. Right. Let me add that in. Let me start, working my magic. So, we have Barney. I'm going to set them up so they're almost like they're staring across screen at each other. I think that could be fun.
I could ship that.
Someone get Master of Deck in here. We need to ship Barney and
It would be the man ship.
There we go. So we're just gonna I think that's good enough. There we go. No, I'm
They
trying to
already had the bath together, so we know that they've got like the forced interaction. There's many ways this ship could happen. Yeah, and it's in the eye of the world. They all take a group bath, all the dudes.
There we go.
It's true, they
Updated.
do.
We have some Lan and some Barney, just sort of like a staring contest, and to go there, folks. So hope you enjoy that.
You
Okay.
hear Phil Collins playing over that little photo there.
They're like,
Coming in the air tonight.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You know, that's a very
give us more, wise one. Give us more.
Yeah, come on, sing it for us.
I haven't had enough whiskey for the whole song yet.
Where's my drums? I need drums.
Do it with the ramen rattle. Do.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you,
there we
Mom.
go. I love that. Brilliant.
Ramen.
All right, folks, we have a fun new segment for you today, and we are talking Aiel beauty tips. None from me, you'll be pleased to hear. They're all coming from the ladies. You looked at me like that was a bad thing. What beauty tips am I going to give? Use soap.
Oh, shush.
You are beautiful.
No, but I don't do anything is what I'm saying. I don't have any to like shower regularly.
No, I don't do
use soap.
anything. I'm naturally beautiful.
You shouldn't admit that. You should shower.
I work very hard.
Or at least sweat tent.
Yes.
Something.
Wet tent.
Yeah, sorry. See, there's the
Yeah.
Wetlander in me. Sorry. Sweat tent, folks. Go see. This is why they're giving the tips and I'm not. So
That was quite the humble brag. I don't do anything and I look this good.
Hey, did I say I look good? I just said I didn't do anything. So you're the one throwing out that. Anyway, who would like to start us off on our Aiel beauty tips?
I have quite a few, so I'll give this a start.
Okay, lovely.
Let's start with Melindhra.
Okay, so this is one of the first things that any new Fardaris mind learns. You are out scouting, right? And it's very important that you do not give off your scent to anyone. So you want to always smell like you just came out of a sweat tent, right?
Do I need
But
to cue
what
up the
if you-
Shufi ad?
No. What if you have to relieve yourself, right? What are you gonna do? Well, the right thing to do is grab a big bunch of sagebrush leaves and use that to gently, remove or even wipe away any remnants. And then that will make sure that you smell like a plant and not like anything else. However, it's very important that you do this only in the spring when the leaves are soft and not like in the summer or the winter when they're kind of hard and crusty and pokey, because that becomes very uncomfortable.
Then you have to visit a wise one and that one's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a great first tip. I love it.
Sagebrush leaves.
Sagebrush leaves. I hope you're making notes here, chat. We're getting some comments in chat. So, Aiel Beauty Tips asks wife Leigh-A to step in and me to retire from that bit of the conversation. I love it. That's Amis the wise one. Wheel Up Time says always put a sheath on your spear as it is close to as close to as male beauty tip you'll get. So James at Wheel Up Time there. That's the biggest beauty tip he's going to give you there. Glenn, Melindhra, you say step 1: sell your soul to the Dark One. Okay. Apparently that's Glenn's beauty tip.
I knew you were a friend of
and Matt's
us.
Spooky stabbing stick says the blood of enemies is a great moisturizer.
Oh, that was the face mask we were going to recommend.
Was it? Oh, there we go.
Blood of your enemies with the poison of that 2-step snake. Mix it together. Put it on for 5 minutes. Let it dry in the sun, and then flake it off.
That's hilarious because I also have that exact same recommendation.
Yeah, you don't realize this. I'm actually 300 years old. This is not just channeling that does this.
Yeah, I was like some Gara venom, some lavender, and the blood of your enemies.
Yeah,
You're good all day.
Yeah.
Also, your shufa. You should wear your shufa.
Yeah,
That's important.
I feel like I need to queue up the Shufi advert anyway, just for fun. But yeah, Tigraine, do you have one? Since I seem to have stumbled onto Shelley's, do you have one you would like to share with us?
Well, my beauty tip is just to always wear your cadence sword so that you are protected from the sun. And, if all else fails, the great thing about being Aiel is and no one can see you. But then you also have to murder the person. So.
bad hair. You know what? Being a wise one, bad hair day. Just wrap your head in the scarf. Et voila.
No one can see. It's great.
Exactly.
These are fantastic. I am taking notes.
Yes, these are great tips. I'm very impressed.
One thing I love too is just, when you're on a clan raid, get in those steps, run for miles, run for hours all day. If you stop for a break, don't just drink water, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups. Why not? Health is everything.
Yeah.
Work your spear forms.
I like it.
Run for hours and miles more.
And
This is
just
great.
aspire to butt rock status. And then
Wait, where's Butt Rock? Let me get Butt Rock.
and
I'm gonna find it.
as long as you compare and make sure that you're matching up equally to butt rock, then you're definitely achieving peak
Folks, if you're not familiar
Peak
with Butt
fitness.
Rock, 1 second and I will.
I believe we called it CallMeNakomi.
Yes.
Was that the actual old?
Although I did butcher it
old
slightly,
name?
and I was like, I want a slight bit of rhyming, so I went Kaval Matal. And it gets it so I have a folder system for storing all the things we put up here on Threefold Talk, folks, and Kaval Matal gets its own folder of bits and pieces. It's only got a few files in, and it's not the it's just hilarious the way we did this. So 1 second and I will bring it up on screen for you. But if you're not familiar what this is, you are about to find out, and it is a glorious thing. So how did we get onto this? I can't remember now.
Because butts.
Butts. Why were we talking butts?
Why not?
Why not? So here we are, folks. We were talking about how Henry Cavill should play the Golem. I remember now. And this is the butt rock that happened, and the discussion that came from it. And this is a real butt rock. This is a real rock. This is not a made up thing, is it? This is your picture, Melindhra. You went hunting and found this. Am I correct?
Yes, I happened upon butt rock in a very secluded part of the Threefold Land, and appreciated it so much that I decided to take this picture back to show everyone.
Nice. So yeah, if
That's
you
a great rock.
If you're not looking like
fantastic.
butt rock, you're doing something wrong, folks.
Yeah. So follow Shaiel's advice, everyone, and you too can aspire to butt rock status.
There we go.
All right, I have some more tips.
I love, keep them coming. Keep them coming. This is great.
Okay, so the next one is that, like probably me tomorrow, if you've had a night of usquai and jump kicks, your eyes will probably be a little puffy in the morning and you want to like reduce the swelling in your eyes. So what you do is you take a sagade plant and you slice it open. So you just get the succulent, moist succulent side of it.
Mhm.
And then you lay that part on your eyes and let it just like sit there for a little bit. Now you have to be really careful to make sure that it's the like inside part and not the spiny part, because if you don't, you'll die.
Yikes.
True.
Okay.
That's true.
Is this in any way similar to the aloe vera plant that we have here in the wetlands?
I have
Does your
none.
aloe vera plant kill you if you do it wrong?
I've never tried. So it's possible that it would
I
kill
mean,
me.
our sagade plant has spines. They're very spiky. And so if you
Okay.
put the spiky side toward your eyeballs, you'll just stab yourself in the eye.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to stab myself on my aloe vera plants. So
Okay.
I mean, you wouldn't have to worry about red eyes anymore.
that is true. That is true. I mean,
My next beauty tip is also a courting tip.
Oh,
yes.
dating tips here. We are going. We did discuss doing some kind of dating show at some point, didn't we?
We did.
A dating tips. So
But this one-
we're dabbling in it now, folks. So
But this one is just in the sweat tent. You scrape off, the parts of you that aren't good. You
Yeah.
exfoliate.
Mhm.
So
With your
when you're
Shisara.
when you're in the sweat tent with Henry Cavill or someone you like or someone who happens to be really strong,
Or
you can
Matt.
get them to give you a really good
Matt Cawthon,
strengthening.
yeah.
Exactly, like Matt Cawthon or Lan. So you have a beauty
Tigraine, is
tip.
there someone I can put on screen for you? Because I feel like I know you're enjoying seeing Barney Harris and Daniel Henney, but is there anyone else I can put on screen?
Jonathan! Get him out there. Where is he?
Yeah, I haven't seen my my love yet. So.
Okay. Is there someone you can love right now rather than just love forever that I could put up for you? I mean, do you want Dan up on the screen or something, perhaps?
I mean, no.
No? Okay. But sorry, I totally interrupted there. Sorry, carry on.
That's all right. Just get someone hot to scrape you down. That was my beauty tip, but it's also my dating tip.
It's a
Nice.
great dating tip.
Mhm.
I am going to be using that. Thank you,
Mhm.
Shelley.
Yeah.
Have you
Yes,
used...
many a massage has turned into much, much more. Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
So massaging as well. I mean, that's got to be good for the muscles, right?
Oh yeah,
All of them. All
Yeah.
of the muscles.
good for your mobility. You got to stay flexible for the spear forms.
Nice.
Mhm.
You can rub moisturizer in after your exfoliation.
Exactly.
That's the kind of muscle I was talking about.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. Nailed it. Lovely. Do we have any more tips?
The Shido.
Okay, I have one more.
Okay, go for it. Drink lots of usquai. That's the last tip,
Sorry.
folks.
Drink lots of this quick. Keeps you young. You have to stay hydrated, right? No. Okay, so my
That's
last,
the right kind of hydration there.
I don't know. This is moonshine. I don't know. My last tip is, okay, as scouts, Spartaries might have to have like really good hearing, but sometimes your ears get kind of full of earwax. So what you do is you mix the secretions that you can squeeze out of the end of a two-step, right? And you mix those with a little bit of usquai, and then you just pour them in your ear, and that dilutes the usquai super fast, and it makes your hearing stay perfectly sharp. But you only need to use a little bit of the secretion